Hello, all, and welcome to another edition of Everyday Black History, where we celebrate and honor the historical achievements of Black men and women, both past and present, and where we celebrate Black culture and Black history. We celebrate people, we celebrate institutions, anything that help add to the culture and push us forward. Now, today we're going to be talking about an institution that went by the name of Freedman Hospital, now known as Howard University Hospital. Now, this institution was important because it was the first of its kind to provide medical treatment to former slaves. Established in 1862, it provided medical needs for thousands of African Americans who came to Washington during the Civil War seeking their freedom. Now, the Howard University Hospital, as it is known now, is a private, non-profit institution in Washington, D.C. that's affiliated with Howard University. It is the nation's only teaching hospital that's on the campus of a historically black university, and it offers medical students opportunities to observe and participate in clinical and research work with professionals. Now, another important thing about the hospital is that the physicians and other health professionals who work there were engaged weekly in activities and services in the local community, including medical presentations, free health screenings, educational workshops, and health fairs. Howard University Hospital's community-based programs, one of which included the Diabetes Treatment Center, a facility that serviced the medical needs of diabetic patients through a multidisciplinary approach to patient care. Now, one of the leaders of Howard University Hospital is a brother by the name of Dr. Edward E. Cornwell III, who was a trauma surgeon, author, and community activist who devoted his career to his work in urban communities. His work in the operating room and his outreach to black males has been featured in Black Enterprise magazine as well as by ABC News. The Division of Trauma is also noted for the high research productivity of its surgeons and more than 50 trauma articles published in medical journals in the many years during that hospital's run. Now, a little history on Howard University Hospital back when it was called Freedman's Hospital. It was established, as mentioned, in 1862 on the grounds of Camp Barker, and it gave medical care, as mentioned, to freed, disabled, and aged blacks. Now, in 1863, it was placed under the charge of Dr. Alexander Augusta, the first African American to head a hospital. And after the Civil War, it became the teaching hospital of Howard University Medical School, which was established in 1868 while remaining under federal control. In 1881, Charles Burleigh Purvis was appointed by President Chester Arthur to be surgeon in charge at the Freedmen's Hospital. Now, Purvis was surgeon in charge at the Freedmen's Hospital from October 1st, 1881 to 1894, and in that role, he was the first black person to head a hospital under civilian authority. Now, these doctors that were just mentioned, we're going to have separate episodes about them on Everyday Black History as well, just an FYI. Now, early in the 20th century, Congress authorized the construction of a new hospital, which was completed in 1909, and it was such a marvel that it impressed everybody who came to see it, its new structure. And in the late 60s, in 1967, Freedman's Hospital was transferred to Howard University and used as a hospital until 1975. The University Hospital is now located on the former site of Griffin Stadium, which was the home of the Washington Senators and the Washington Redskins. But now, as mentioned, this institution was important because it provided medical help. It was the first of its kind to provide medical help to freed slaves at that time. And as it continued to go on throughout the years, it also helped to create more black surgeons and black men and women in the medical field. So we celebrate this institution for what it was and what it's done for black community, black culture, and black history. And we ask that you continue to tune into Everyday Black Culture, Everyday Black History, because we'll be talking about other institutions just like Freedman's Hospital or Howard University's Hospital that cater to African Americans during a time when no one else would. So we ask you to stay tuned for the next episode as it will be coming soon.